tap that to my heart. Won't you tap that so I can start? Yeah, tap that.
Love Posse, what are you compromising to be in a relationship? Your dreams, your needs, your desires, your career, your mental and physical health. I have a question for you. Is it worth it? You know, from children, we see couples, right? Our parents may be together. We see relationships. The narrative, mainstream narrative, tells us that we must be coupled. We must be in a relationship, an intimate relationship to feel whole. We're already whole. What we need is two people who choose to be in a relationship, not because they've been conditioned, been told that they must be in a relationship, that a part of them is missing and someone out there completes them. It's all a bunch of bull. If you choose to be in a relationship, be in a relationship where you're not compromising your needs, your dreams, your desires, your career, your mental and physical health. Be in a relationship with someone who understands that. Someone who understands that we need two people who know they are whole and complete and are coming together to create something beautiful and magical and sane and healthy, conscious. Generally speaking, most often, women are compromising their needs, their desires, their dreams, their career, their mental and physical health to be in a relationship. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for you to give up on all those things you wanted to do? Is it worth it for you to give up your peace of mind, to give up your mental and physical health, just so you can say you have a partner, you have a spouse? Is it worth it for you to come into this world and spend your one wild and precious life, your life force, this opportunity to be in the physical, to endure so much, to give your life away to someone? And for what? Why is it that women tend to compromise, building him up? I'll work while you go to school and get your master's degree and get your PhD and get your JD, get your MD. And when you get all of that, then it's my time. Really? What if you don't make it? What if he gets all of that and then says, you have to work, or I want children now, or I want a divorce, or I found someone else. This is not doom and gloom. This is life. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a Hollywood movie or a romance novel or one of those love songs. This is what happens. And then generally speaking, women tend to become resentful, tend to feel that they wasted their life. They missed out on something, tend to blame either themselves or their partners. And this happens whether it's a heterosexual relationship or a homosexual relationship. They carry these stories from relationship to relationship. I gave up so much to be with him. I gave up so much to be with her. It was your choice. Blaming doesn't solve the situation. Blaming doesn't heal. Blaming doesn't make everything okay. Blaming is useless. Stop blaming. Know that both people played a part in making the relationship what it is. If you want to live your life fully without all the compromising, that's another thing. You hear this, right? If you're going to be married, you're going to be in a marriage, you have to compromise. If you're going to be in a relationship, there must be some compromise. Really? That's one narrative, that there must be some compromise. What if you go in to the relationship having a clear understanding, both people, of each other's needs and dreams and desires? What if you can do that? Really be a mature adult, an emotionally intelligent adult. And before you enter into these relationships where you're sapped of your energy and your time and your youth and your dreams and your needs and your desires and your mental and physical health, you sit down and have a conversation and get to know as best as you can, because humans can be deceptive, of this person you're willing to give everything away for. Again, is it worth it? Because that is not the only way. That is a way. There are actually people who are coupled and they've created a relationship around what they both need and want, around their desires, their dreams, their careers, and it works for them. See, the challenge is to let go of that old narrative where the missus is meant to be in the house, barefoot and pregnant, doing what she's told, yada, 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 compromising to build him up. He may be insecure, so you have to play down here. I've been there. You ever been with an insecure partner who sees your light, sees that everyone else loves your light, and you have to dim it, right? You have to dim your light. That's a compromise for him. Imagine the inner betrayal of self, all of the darkness that comes up out of you lowering yourself so that your partner can believe that he is now somebody. If you have to do all of that to help him or her to believe that there's somebody, why would you want to be with that person anyway? What's your challenges, your issues that you're not dealing with, that you're willing to accept that? What are you compromising to be in a relationship? You can make it what you want it to be. The two of you, not the world. Stop following the world, especially when it comes to relationships. There's so much unconsciousness and dysfunction in relationships because we're trying to mimic what we see in these movies, in these books, in these songs, all of these narratives, all of these fantasies. Well, it may work like that in some people's co-created reality. But I have a feeling that it doesn't work like that for the majority of people. Women, it's time for you to raise the standards, to create new narratives, to let go of the old narratives where your dreams, your desires, your needs, your mental and physical health is not important. That's the old narrative, because today is a new day. We can release that old narrative. It was false anyway. Insecure, small people have to make other people small. And why not a woman, right? Why not a woman? Let's make the woman small. All she can do is bear children. And we're going to make her bear children. We don't want her educated. We don't want her sexually satisfied. She has no needs anyway. She just has to cook and clean. She just has to support me while I enjoy life, while I make something of myself. These are real life situations. They don't have to be yours. You have the power to consciously bring in, manifest, attract someone who respects your needs, your dreams, your desires, your mental and physical health, how you contribute in the world. You can draw in attract and manifest someone who will meet you up here. You don't have to bring yourself down to be in a relationship. You get to choose. Don't allow the world to choose for you. You know, I love sharing personal stories. I was in a relationship, and in this relationship, I absolutely loved my partner. And many of you know, I've been married to a man, and I've had relationships with women at one point. I was bisexual. Now I choose to be with women. So this relationship was with this beautiful woman. She lived in Minnesota, Duluth, Minnesota. It's very cold in Minnesota. And I lived in Texas, where it's nice and warm. Well, it used to be. And she had a business in Minnesota. I was a lawyer at the time. I could be a lawyer in Minnesota, just would take paperwork and money to get a law license in Minnesota. So I was the one who was going to move to Minnesota. I didn't want to move to Minnesota. So I was compromising my warmth, my mental, physical health. I don't do well really in cold weather. It created anxiety and stress for me. Couldn't sleep at night. You know, I kept thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't want to move to Minnesota. And that right there meant that we were not going to survive as a couple, especially if I had to compromise and move someplace I didn't want to move to be with someone I loved. Well, it was 2014. I had planned to move in May. We broke up February 2014. I was so relieved. I was so relieved because I didn't have to move to Minnesota. So now I don't compromise about where I'm going to live. If I'm going to be with someone, you can live there, I can live here, we'll have a long distance relationship. If it works out, it works out. Or if you want to move where I am, you can. You know, it's okay. I gave up my life for this person. They're doing great. They get to do what they want, when they want. This brings up another point. I don't want another human being controlling my life. Who my friends are, who I see, where I go, what I do. I'm a full-grown human being. My daddy's deceased. I'm no one's property. If you're compromising your freedom to be, To be in a relationship, to be in a cage, maybe rethink the relationship. What are you compromising to be in a relationship? Thank you for your time, Love Posse. Peace and love to and for all sentient beings.